Your name is Larry Laffer. You've arrived in beautiful Lost Wages without luggage. The airline lost it. Without a hotel reservation, you forgot to get one. And without a clue. You've never had one. You exit the cab. The hot, dry air of Lost Wages hits you in the face like a hard slap. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. After your cab ride, you may be low on funds, but you've got the looks, the lines, and the leisure suit. You're in town to find true love. And if you happen to get lucky along the way, that's okay. After all, you're nearly 40.
And still untouched by human hands. Look out, ladies. I'm finding love tonight.
You can't find any territory on the building that hasn't already been marked. It's got a refreshing rainwater and evil clown smell. You peer inside the storm drain. There's nothing inside it worth fishing out. You rummage around in the dumpster, but you don't see anything valuable aside from some cocktail shrimp that might still be edible.
That's good shrimp.
You poke through the garbage cans looking for anything that could help you get the girls.
Look, it's a can of the same breath spray I use, and it's full. Why would anyone throw out a full container of breath spray? Doesn't make sense.
You throw out your existing half-empty can and replace it with the full one from the garbage. 'Cause hey, free breath spray.
Yeah, baby.
This is where the sidewalk ends. Do we have to pay? If you want to see anything in that window, you'll have to find a different vantage point. Hey, you may be a pathetic little loser, but you're no litterer. A sense of foreboding washes over your heart when your eyes slowly examine this dark alley. It seems to be just outside every public area in Lost Wages.
Ow! No! Oh! 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 Ow! No! Oh! 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 Ow! No! Oh! Oh!
Larry, didn't your mother ever warn you about going into dark alleys?
He's alive! Alive!
Lefty's door is stout and thick, just like you. This is the famous portrait, Mona Little Louder. These video slot machines make it all too easy. At least when you had to pull a big handle, you got to work for your losses. What's a hot babe like that doing in a miserable, smelly, broken-down joint like this?
Hey, Bub, just keep that kind of narration to yourself.
You run your finger up and down her knee.
Excuse me. Did I tell you could touch me?
You said it with your eyes.
Next time, get confirmation from my mouth first. Okay, loser?
Ooh! So there'll be a next time?
You inhale her scent.
I'm sorry to just blurt this out, but you smell absolutely incredible. It's as if your inner light is so serene and pure that your aura has its own sweet and almost hypnotic aroma.
I had tapioca for lunch.
The whip-it-out suddenly approach has never worked for you, Larry. Not in any of the 40 or 50 times you tried it. That's not the person with chronic halitosis. The instant you lean in close enough to smell him, you regret it. He smells of rancid cork. One of Lefty's conquests? He appears to be perverted, twisted, and sick. You instantly take a liking to him. What's a hot ba-
Hey, Bub!
You wonder how many Nagas had to give their all just to decorate this sleazehole.
Hey, play it again!
It appears to be advertising something. Have a seat at the bar first. What do you think this is? Some dive even cruddier than this? These stools are made out of tin foil and cardboard, so they're cheap to replace after the bar fights. The gentleman filling his face is Tom King, a regular at Lefty's and the kind of guy you love to have with you at the movies, so you don't have to talk to him for 2 hours.
Looking at me? Can't blame you, actually. I got that handsome roguish look. It's a curse. But hey, you know what I mean, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you know lots of handsome guys in my situation.
You give yourself a quick pat-down.
Got my wallet, got my breath spray, and I'm filled with Vitamin Larry. Come and get me, ladies!
You take a seat on an available bar stool. You hand Lefty $10, just for the hell of it. He decides to drop a hint on you.
If you're gonna gamble, remember, double down on 11.
Hello?
What'll it be? I ain't selling no sissy drinks here. Try again.
Hello?
What'll it be?
I'll have a glass of your fine well whiskey.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the whiskey, but instead decide to carry it with you wherever you go, precariously balanced in an open shot glass.
Blah, 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 blah. Just think of the money he saved.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
Hey, play it again!
You don't owe any money right now. Your offering of whiskey invokes a look of disdain. Your offering of whiskey... If you leave it there, it'll be stolen by Lefty's distinguished clientele. You pound on the bar, but Lefty ignores you.
Blah, 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 blah. Damn it, Liza.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? First rule of socializing, Larry. Look at the person you're trying to engage with, particularly when they helped pay for you to be here. The one with the bottomless gut is Michael Hirschman. He's been coming to Lefty's for years, bending the elbow and running up a classically huge bar tab. He just paid it back, which is partly the reason Lefty's is open tonight.
Yeah? What's up?
I was just looking for women.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. It's pretty much a sausage fest here. I mean, I'm pretty, but not that pretty, if you know what I mean.
I sure do.
No, you don't. He looks like someone from your distant past, but you just can't put your finger on him.
Good thing, too.
That's Jordan Lee. He's here frequently, and they say he shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Curiously, in Florida, Arizona, and Montana, just to watch him die is a valid legal defense against homicide.
Hey, loser! Wanna go get into some serious f***ing trouble?
Hey! No.
That's a shame. I know some major going down tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds boss.
No, it doesn't. This international bon vivant, Francois de Quitte, is one of Lefty's big investors. And being from Europe, he's extremely cool.
Wow, you're cool.
I know, right? It's almost too cool how cool I am, n'est-ce pas?
Ooh, and you speak Klingon, too.
No, I don't think so.
I resent your chiseled features, your height, and your easygoing, laid-back demeanor. Can I have your life?
No, I have too much cool to fit into that little body. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody can eat that much ice cream.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? What's a hot babe like?
Hey,
He appears to be perverted. You instantly take a liking to it.
Blah, 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 blah. The aristocrat.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? You hand Lefty $10 just for the...
if you're short of money, you could always try gambling at the casino.
The instant you lean in close enough to smell him,
Hello?
What'll it be?
Give me a mug of beer.
That'll be $5, please.
you flip $5 onto the counter. You down the beer in your pseudo-macho style and slam the mug back on the bar. Suddenly, you feel a little woozy.
Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby, but I'd like to store you in my cheek pouches for a snowy day.
Really? I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then. Hello?
What'll it be?
I want to do some serious damage. Give me a vodka.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the vodka. Instead, you carry it around in the shot glass because you simply never know when you'll need a shot of vodka.
Hello?
What'll it be?
You mean to say you're playing Leisure Suit Larry and all you want is light beer?
Hello?
What'll it be?
May I please have a glass of your delicate white Zinfandel, sir?
Hey, was that your voice?
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You delicately sip the wine until it's all gone.
I find this impudent and sassy with the slightest hint of impertinence.
This one tastes even better than the last. Don't you think one more seems like a good idea?
Hello?
What'll it be?
May I please have a glass?
Hey, was that your...
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto... You delicately sip the wine.
I find this impudent and sassy.
This one tastes even better than the last.
We're really starting to make a connection, huh?
I wish it was long distance.
You must be tired. You've been...
I know, but you...
Hello?
What'll it be? Are you sure? It'll cost you $90.
Blah, 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 blah. No, no, dear. Tail too high. Run too fast.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Blah, blah, blah. 'Cause Thursday's your night in the bear.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? It's better to remain silent and be... You feel a little lightheaded. You're unsure if you'll be able to walk straight. Shaking your head, you finally clear away the cobwebs and are once again able to walk in your standard Studley style.
Ah!
What's a hot babe like?
Hey, Bob!
What do you keep looking at me for?
I can't help it, Michael. You look around, sometimes your eyes just happen to fall on another person while they're looking at you, and that's all. Doesn't that ever happen to you?
Nope. I keep my piercing gaze right on my prey. Then I strike without warning and quickly wrap her in an inescapable cocoon of patented Hirschman hypnotism.
Wow! Awesome underpinnings of a great relationship. Something must be behind that door.
Nothing escapes your keen powers of deduction. You are in a dimly lit hallway. The peeling wallpaper gives the roaches something to watch. Clutter fills the room, and a filthy drunk wearing filthy clothes sits on the filthy floor, leaning his filthy back against the filthy wall. There's no conceivable way this sign could help you get the girls. It's a beer sign, playing off the Bush Beer slogan, Bush Beer gives you great head, swallow after swallow. It's a girly lamp like you'd find in any swingin' bachelor's rumpus room. He is a poor little lamb who has lost his way, and also his bladder control. It's a poster of supermodel B. Wankmeister. For her work entertaining the troops, she earned the slogan, the face that erected 1,000,000 pup tents. It's a poster of supermodel Sweet Cheeks Marie Bonds, a model with a thing for men in uniform. Some say Lefty used to have a floating poker game in his back room. It's an old sign from a loading zone. It goes around in circles, just like your life. It's a puzzle. See if you can decode it yourself. You grab an ancient copy of Flutter, the magazine of nude skydiving, and settle in to sit and think. You feel a great relief. What's that aroma? You're already well wiped. Thank God. Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is juicy Japanese and Jewish. Carefully finishing your duties, you wipe and toss the newspaper behind the toilet for the next user. Score!
Yeah, baby.
You've got two choices, hot water or cold water.
Oh, I hate making decisions.
You start to wash your hands in the cold water. Then you realize that there's no soap. Then you realize that there are no paper towels. So you wash your hands as well as you can and wipe them on the back of your shirt, under your jacket where the wet spots won't show. You turn on the hot tap. Immediately, steam starts to chug from the spigot. Technically, steam is invisible. This is water vapor, but nobody likes a narrating smartass. You notice some writing in the mirror.
Ken sent me. That could be important. I'll have to remember it.
You grab a scrap of toilet paper and, cleverly chewing one of your fingernails to the quick, you scrawl the words Ken sent me in blood on the paper. You turn off the hot tap and the mist slowly clears. You're already... The bathroom is well stocked with growling lumberjack brand number 60 coarse grit toilet paper. You look closely in the mirror.
In this light, I can really see the blackheads. All right.
Piles of magazines. Piles. You can't get closer to. These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't get closer to death in a box.
Jeez, did something die in there?
This door is permanently nailed shut. You'll just have to wait for a sequel to find out what's behind it. You poke around in the cartons. They contain nothing but useless spider-ridden packing peanuts and mouse corpses. You didn't know Lefty was into boxing. You didn't know
Hey, dork, you got toilet paper stuck to your shoe. Ha ha ha.
You lightly rest.
Do that again, and I'll snap your wrist like kindling and tie your scrotum around your neck.
You are so poetic.
What's a hot babe like?
Hey, Bob!
That's not the person with chronic halitosis. You rap loudly on the Nagahide door.
Yeah? What's the password?
You read off the strange password you discovered in the John.
Ken sent me?
Ah, you recognize this setup from a number of art films you've viewed. The gentleman before you is basically working the front desk. His employee is upstairs, waiting to provide quick expert services to a discriminating clientele. You can't believe all the crap Lefty collects. Whoever shaved this pussy didn't finish the job. It's one of those tasteful calendars that the tool companies put out. Lefties used to have bowls of free nuts at the bar, provided by These Nuts, TM, in exchange for promotional consideration. Note, the TM trademark symbol is a registered trademark of Trademark Registry, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Copyright Registered Trademarks, LLC.
Well, someone's gotta say it. That's one handsome moose ass.
If you only had a dime for every time you said that. That's would-be recording artist and full-time pimp, Prodigious P. He seems to be looking at the TV with frustration. On a stand in the corner is the infamous Butt Bottle, introduced in 1972 by Lowbrow Beverage Company as packaging for their first flavored vodka. The less said about that vodka, the better. There's a cabinet filled with a wide variety of sex toys, no doubt for the use of customers. The cabinet appears to be locked tight with a combination lock. I wonder what the artist was getting at. These stairs must lead to the second floor.
What's happening, man?
Just hanging out.
What's upstairs?
Nothing you'll ever get to see.
Why? What is it?
It's a woman, little man, and she's too much for you. You're not getting by me. Just put it out of your head.
Well, that just makes me want to go up there even more, right? Makes me want to figure out a way to get past you.
You're new at this, aren't you? Step away, little man. You're not my girl's type.
What'd you let me in the room for, then?
I surround myself with socially inept people. It stems from a need to overcompensate for my deep-seated low self-esteem. You're not going up there. Not as long as Prodigious P's standing here.
That's some impressive tale. The kegs are apparently taking over the building. These are all copies of the Kama Sutra, the third collegiate edition. Someone still has some unpacking to do. Your offering of whiskey invokes a look of disdain. You offer your vodka to Prodigious P, but he barely glances at it. He's more of a champagne and clamato kind of guy.
Hey, look at that. It's like a man's penis, only a lot smaller.